nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the FIU Panthers and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Ready to kick it off and get this game started. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the FIU Panthers offense will have the first possession of the game. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and block out all the noise.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Grabbed over the middle, it's Stone. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Panthers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take...
Looking for a deep man. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Made a defender miss.
Well, that's a great play by the defense, and that's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one the last time out. He's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate. He throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week, and so good job by this defense striking early. Hopefully it'll develop some confidence with this D and maybe a little bit of hesitation with the QB. A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Owls racing to the line in the hurry-up. The run inside. It's Bernard. Finding, got enough space, and he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Owls! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Ford International comes out to start this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The pick six, he takes it in. Touchdown, Owls.
And the defense defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because...
Might have a chance. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of... They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload. Oh, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Pucks it out of the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some hair on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Owls have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
all you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The give from the gun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more.
He'll take a deep shot here. Got it in stride inside the 20. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. 3rd down, they need 12. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Upstairs to make the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Panthers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. With the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Florida International. On to attempt the try.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. So now to try to take advantage of that defensive stop time starting to work against him a little bit, and we'll see what they can do. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch.
Makes a grab and room to run.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Oh, better look out. Makes it past the marker. He'll be out of bounds. Good pickup on that play, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense drags him down.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Touchdown, Panther. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's not the worst place in the world to miss. Coaches will tell you, man, when you're going to take those deep shots and those fly routes down the field, if you're going to miss as a quarterback, you don't miss inside, and he misses outside a little bit. Like to give your receiver a better chance, but it's a good job missing outside.
He fires one deep over the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that has got to be so demoralizing for this defense. They played so well on 1st and 2nd down and then have a total breakdown on 3rd. They're going to have to do so much better the next time they're put in that situation.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not going to take a chance to grab. He might want another play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Nelson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Nelson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. There's a crease. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Finds his man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Let's go.
The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on third and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Panther!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. It's complete on the right side. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. To the air on first down. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. Using the quick game. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Let's it fly. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The Owls right back down the field with the answer. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10.
Booster, where did he go?
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
A first down for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's complete to the left. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Hits him in stride inside the 10.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
This has been a disaster for the offense down close to the goal line. The first snap, they get sacked. The second snap, they're lucky it wasn't picked, throwing that one into coverage. Here you go on 3rd down. You're going to have to throw for it. You better be careful. QB's got to make a good decision.
Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Bringing it back. Brought down at the 17 as he brought it all the way back inside the 20 after the pick. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. Inside, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board.
But he lets one fly deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Moving out to the right. Uncorks one to the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quick release by the QB. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. A little release to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, FIU.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Finding an escape route. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Calls his own number. Picks up the first down. There's some room. Touchdown, Owls! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Roy.
Guys, here on the FIU sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Last play of the game, and see if they can dress up that final score a little bit. They make the stop, and the clock's